How to spot a fake pair of Yeezy slides. In this video, we're going to figure that one out. Hey everybody, I'm Massimo and welcome back to the only channel on YouTube that covers in-depth videos of cars and streetwear. And today, we're kicking it back with these. So you guys have been absolutely killing the support on the how to spot fake video, so I thought I should just continue with some Yeezy slides. These are some of the most popular shoes still being sold today, and I just really want to educate you guys on how to spot a fake pair. So before we get started, be sure to like and share for that YouTube algorithm, as well as subscribe. Any support would just be awesome. Now let's get right into it. Alright, first off, you could spot a fake Yeezy slides just by looking at the box. And also, I always recommend if you guys are buying a pair of sneakers, make sure that they even have the box in the first place. Think of it as kind of like a receipt to the box itself, and it adds value too. Anyways, we're going to be taking a look at the front tag right here, making sure that the font is all correct on there. The printing style is all right on there too. One time I did manage to catch a fake pair of Yeezy slides in my experience by looking at this tag right here and comparing it to other boxes from that same pair of Yeezy slide, and realized like the whole tag was completely different. Also, you want to check for things like font. Make sure that the spacing is all correct, the thickness of the font, all that stuff is where it should be and precisely correct. It's the little details on these things that are going to matter. I'm going to have a photo right here for reference, so you kind of stuff you should be looking for too. And also, people have been kind of grabbing a barcode scanner and scanning the barcode too. You can use apps like Legit Check for this too. And that's where I pretty much get most of my information on how to spot a fake too. So great source of information. Number two on how to spot a fake pair of Yeezy slide is how the box actually opens. There should be a kind of like smoothness to it when you open and close it. Now obviously this could depend on like the quality of the box and stuff like that, but the box looks in good condition and you slide that thing out and it's like getting stuck in everything and it's not really smooth to close, that could be a sign of a fake pair. I've seen a fake pair of slides being spotted out by someone opening it, and then when they closed it, it was like rumbling and a whole bunch of stuff. Not guaranteeing that, you know, every time you do this it would be smooth, just because some people have rough boxes. These boxes are actually really garbage in terms of like holding up, but yeah. Alrighty, now let's get into the Yeezy slide themselves right here. First, before even looking at the Yeezy slide, check for quality. So these things are completely made out of EVA foam, and so they should be really good and squishy to touch. If you're touching them and they're just like really hard with no give at all, that's a sign that they're using like a fake material for it. When you press down, it should be just a little bit of give. Now, if you're pressing down and there's a lot of give, like you're able just to scrunch the whole backside, that's another side that it could be a fake. Quality is key too, man, on these things. But more importantly, I would definitely say is the detail. So that's where we could go ahead and look at the sizing tag on this. Here's a reference of a real versus fake sizing tag right there, so you guys can go ahead and see a little bit. So things you're going to be checking for once again is just making sure all the right fonts are on there, the right thickness of the fonts, and the right spacing. See any letters too far spaced apart, any font that's really thick, all that stuff, it's a good sign that it's fake. All right, next would be the letters on the inside right here. I'm trying to show you guys. Well, there's some lettering on the inside right here. Here's example of real versus fake. Same thing you're checking for, you know, and this one I would more so looking towards how it's printed on there, because it has a special kind of embossing into the slide itself. So make sure it's not like really thin like and soft like you see on the fake pair. Make sure it's really deep, really crisp printing. If it looks a little faded or something like that, that should be a sign that it's a fake. So another good way to tell if Yeezy slides are fake or not is how flat it lays on a surface. So here's a photo right here to kind of show you what that would look like. I thought the pair lays a little bit flat, more so flat than the fake pair. And then here's my pair. As you can see, it definitely does have a little bit more lift off than I would like. I don't know if like the newer slides or something like that, because this is a newer slide, has more lift off than normal, but yeah. Oh no, we're good. So that's just for the front. If you look in the back right here, you can definitely tell the difference. So the back lays really flat and the fake pair just completely lifts off. This one, it still has a little bit of lift off, more than I like, but it still lays flatter than a fake pair. Whew, that was actually kind of, I don't know guys, maybe you guys comment what you guys think. Do you guys think that this slide is a little bit too much lift off there for a real one? So that's actually just kind of interesting. Definitely the fake pair lifts off a lot more, but this one definitely has a little bit. All right, the next one to check is one of my favorite ways to check is to look at the printing of the Adidas logo. So once again, you're looking for a really nice and crisp printing right here, making sure it's not faded or anything. A fake one, as you can see, it's like a little bit too much. The spacing is a little weird, and sometimes they do it a little too small as well, and just not as crisp as a real pair. So you want to check right there for the Adidas logo right there. I think it's pretty good. And for my tell, I mean, it does look pretty nice and crisp. So yeah, that kind of checks out. All right, next way is a really good way to check if it's real or not, and that's actually how the shoe is formed. As you can see, there's a really nice slope to Yeezy slides, and you can kind of see it slopes on right there, that line for the toe cut out. And here's a photo reference right here. So the fake pair will be a little bit too flat instead of sloping. You can see right there, the real pair, you know, has a really nice curve to it and everything, and the fake pair just looks like it doesn't even try. So right here, that definitely checks out on this slide, is the nice opening curve compared to that one where it's kind of like, I don't know, if you scrunch down a little bit, you can kind of see it'll be like flat like that. Another good way to check, you know, is manufacturing flaws. Once again, these things are normally made pretty solid. So if you open the box and you start seeing like little chips on it or something, little indents where there should not be any indents, because normally they make this pretty solid and clean, just kind of like do a quality control, because they are pretty decent on Yeezy slides. They normally come out pretty good. So if you get a pair and you see a lot of just too many mishaps and stuff, it's a really good sign that it's a fake. And then kind of a bonus one that I see people start doing now is to give a UV light on the Yeezy boxes. So they take a UV light and start scanning around the boxes for improper logos or logos that should be on there and are not. A lot of fake ones will have like an improper stamp or something from the factory that they were made, which is kind of good to see. And another one I'm just going to give some personal advice on also is to check out the seller. You know, see if they have any credibility in the past, ask them where they got the sneaker from. If the story doesn't really match up as you go on, that they could be lying to you or something, try to look for receipts, you know, proof of purchases and stuff, all that stuff. You know, if the person you're talking to, you start asking questions and it just starts seeming more and more sketchy and things are just not adding up, that's a good way to tell if a slide is fake or not. Then yeah, that really all is to this slide, man. Kind of interesting how we kind of caught some too much lift off right there on this slide. It is a little sketch, but everything else pretty much checks out, like the curve, quality, the tags and everything. Do mind you, I did get these from Stockx, so yeah, you definitely have to be kind of careful buying there from sometimes. But if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like and share for that YouTube algorithm, as well as subscribe. Any support would just be awesome, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video.